my name is Benjamin Timothy Goby, and for my project, the BTG Interviews, today I am interviewing
Paul Warren.
Yep. What are you known for, Paul?
I'm a creature actor, so I play lots of monsters and aliens in films. Probably most known for playing characters in the new Star Wars movies, but I've worked for Marvel and television and all kinds of stuff.
Question 1. Where were you born, where did you grow up, and at what age did you start acting?
I was born in Hillingdon, which is just West London, and I started acting at a very young age. 10 years old, I was doing plays and drama classes, and loved it. So from a very young age, I was acting, but I didn't actually get into professional acting until I was an adult. When I left school, I started a band with my brother, and we became kind of known but not known. You know, we didn't become famous or anything. But we got to tour Europe, and we got signed to an independent label. So for 10 years, from about 20 to 30 years old, I was in a punk rock band. When that finished, that's when I decided to pursue acting, and just happened to end up doing roles that required prosthetic makeup. They were looking for skinny performers that were very physical. So I started out on a movie called Children of Men, just a very small, minor role in body prosthetics. From there I started working as a double for Daniel Radcliffe on Harry Potter, and that's when my film career started from there.
What film did you start on?
Order of the Phoenix. I was Daniel's flying double, so I would do the broomstick flying and interacting with some of the CGI characters, a house elf called Creature. I'll be used to interact with him, and little bits and pieces throughout the production.
Wow.
It was great because it gave me an opportunity to network with a lot of people, and that's how I started getting my career in the film industry.
Okay. What has been your best and most challenging roles in your career?
Well, all the prosthetic makeup jobs are very challenging, but they're each challenging in a different way. For example, I play characters in prosthetic makeup, so that means that you're in the prosthetic makeup chair for a very long time. If it's, for example, the Star Wars films, it's creature suits, which is a lot easier to get in and out of, 10-15 minutes to suit up, but it's animatronic heads, so it's very heavy, very hot, very cumbersome. Or there's the motion capture. For example, I worked as a pre-production Skinny Steve Rogers for Captain America. So they used me as the template to develop the character. So that would be motion capture with tracking dots and this kind of stuff, which was interesting. So everything is a different challenge and a different technique. So it depends what it is. It's never the same.
Is there any role or character you would like to portray in the future, and why?
I'm really enjoying working on the Star Wars films, playing aliens in the creature suits, because not only is it just performing as an alien character, but they've given me the task, for example, on Last Jedi, of being a puppeteer. So in that case, I'd be inside the creature, puppeteering it from the inside. And that's a technique that I've never trained for, and that's a skill in itself. So I'm quite surprised they actually let me loose with it, because I didn't really know what I was doing. But you kind of learn on the job, you know, while you're there. So I'd like to do more of that. I'd like to develop that a bit more and become better at it. You know, so anything involving puppetry or anything puppeteering creatures or monsters would be great if I can get to work.
Yep. Which actors, actresses, directors and writers have you enjoyed working with before, and are there any you would like to work with in the future?
Yeah, they've all been pretty good. I've been very lucky. I mean, from my early roles as myself, you know, I got to work with Clint Eastwood on Hereafter, which I'm a massive Clint Eastwood fan, growing up loving his movies. So he was an amazing person to be around. J.J. Abrams is great. Rian Johnson is amazing from the Star Wars films. I've been very lucky. What was the question again?
Which actors, actresses, directors and writers have you enjoyed working with before, and are there any you would like to work with in the future?
Oh, right, yeah. Just trying to think. I mean, all the people I've wanted to work for, Clint Eastwood. I did some stuff on Ready Player One, some motion for that, so I got to work with Steven Spielberg, who's a big hero, but I mean, I'd love to work with any of the big directors. It's a privilege to work on a film. So there's no one in particular that I can think of that I want to work with, but you know, just working on film would be great.
Yeah. How do you feel your career in acting has progressed over the years, and are there any areas in acting you would like to further develop?
Like I say, the puppeteering was something I want to further develop. I mean, the problem is you don't really, when you're an actor, you don't really get much choice in what you want to do, because you go through auditions to get work, and you know they choose you. You know, so you end up getting the role, and then you find out what the job is that you've got to do. So I'm not really in a position where I'm like, oh, I'd like to do that, and I can just go and do it.
Yeah.
So I just sort of wing it a little bit and just see what happens. And if I get a job, and then find out what the job requires, and hopefully it'll be a new skill to, you know, to the bow. But there's nothing in particular. I'm just grateful of getting work, and the more I can get, the better, really.
Okay. Finally, what advice would you have for me who wants to go into directing and acting?
Directing, I guess, just do what you're doing now. Make stuff. You know, make films. Use your camera. Use the equipment. Don't fear failing. Just make stuff, and that's how you'll learn how to do it. And the more you make, the better you get, and you'll get noticed, and hopefully you'll get some jobs, and you'll get some professional jobs, and then you get some paid jobs, and build it from there. You know, one step at a time. I think you're doing the right thing doing this. This is a good step. Getting to meet actors and, you know, people who create and do stuff for a living. So just keep going.
Thank you very much, Paul.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ben.